And three, two, one. Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the podcast. You all love me. You all love me. Yeah, about two people listening. Oh, no, we're joking around. Hey, guys. So, hope you're having a good day. Uh, yeah, let's just straight into this. This is a very interesting one here because few days ago, a lady asked me on my social media. Of course, I'm not never going to mention her name. And excuse me, a guy, beg your pardon, and a guy went on um, he has his new girlfriend, and he met his ex girlfriend in town, and they were chatting away and this and that, and they went for lunch. Afterwards, he went home. I presume he felt a little guilty, and he told his girl. And well, a few days later, I heard the update that it's over, all over, done. The woman was not happy. Of course, okay, you don't know exactly what happened in the background. Did this guy cheat on his girlfriend? Was he a prick? And what this was the last straw. But this is the question I gotta ask for you guys today, and I'm trying to figure this out here with you. Why on earth would you go to lunch with your ex-girlfriend or boyfriend? I can understand that an ex-husband or wife would go on a lunch because if let's say they've got kids, right? Or they're trying to solve something in their divorce, or they want to leave lawyers out of it. Something that is not just about them now. They really have to sort this out. I can understand that. Now, still, let's be honest, how many divorced people go for lunch anyway? Right? And why would you want to go with your ex? Unless there's a couple of things. Let's have a look at this. Number one, you still want them. Let's be honest. There's a good chance someone wants the other person. Right? And you're dying to have them back in your life. Now, you got to look at too, if you've broken up, even if you still want the girl or guy, you're going to feel a little, I wouldn't say bitter, but you're going to feel upset, right? That it was over, right? So there's still going to be that thing in the back of your head that, well, they dumped me, fuck you. Do you know what I mean, guys? Like, you got dumped, right? It's not a positive thing. Now, if you were cheating and all that, yeah, well, that's a different scenario. But, and let's look at it from the other side. If you dump someone, well, maybe you're feeling guilty for dumping them because you knew how in love they were with you. Right? Maybe it's that. And you want to make them feel good, or just make it up to them. Either way, you're fucked. I honestly believe this, guys. Either way, you're fucked, right? So let's look at it this way. If I had a girlfriend right now, first of all, I'm never going to go for lunch with my ex-girlfriend, right? Especially if I've got a new girlfriend on the scene. No fucking way on this earth. Number one, I don't want to. Number two, I'd be looking around my shoulder every 2 seconds going, oh, Jesus Christ, has somebody caught me now? Like, it's so risky. It's so risky. All it takes is one person to blab it back to your husband or wife or girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever the fuck, and you're in deep shit. Right? Why would you want to take that risk? Now, even if I wanted my ex-girlfriend back and I had a new girlfriend, I still wouldn't go for lunch with the fucking girl. Are you kidding me? There's just too much negative baggage that comes with that. I don't get why people are doing this type of shit. I understand it to a degree where it actually does make sense that you want the person back and you don't give a fuck clearly about your new, like maybe that's what it is. You literally don't give a fuck about your new boyfriend or girlfriend. You know, maybe that's it. Now, either way, you're still being an asshole because you're not showing any respect. And you know what? Even if you didn't give a shit about them, you'd still be pissed off if they did that to you. It would still bother you. Right? Now, I get where this guy was coming from. Well, he's going to tell her and he wanted to make sure everything was above board. But what the fuck did he expect? Like, if I had a girlfriend, she went on lunch with her ex, there'd have to be one hell of a reason if she told me. If she told me, would I dump her? Jesus. I don't know. There's a really good chance I would. A really good fucking chance. They had their day. They had their time. And it all did not fucking work. You know? Like, I'd be honest, 2 left feet. And hey, maybe I've got issues then that I actually don't think, but you know something? Why would I tolerate that shit? What happens next time? And, you can't tell her, well, hey, you can't do that anymore. Like, you can't order somebody around. And you see, this is where I'd be respectful to somebody in a relationship. I know myself, there's no way I could tell her, oh, you can't do that anymore now. Now that's telling her what to do and trying to dominate and control the girl or guy, whatever, right? If you're woman or man. So now you're really fucked because now you're putting pressure on the relationship. And the worst part, it's coming from the other person doing it to you. They went on a lunch date. Like, there's so many negative flags that this just explodes. The only way I would, and girl, if there's any women listening to this, like, I think there's be a hell of a lot of men out there that would say the exact same thing that I'd be thinking now. And I think ladies can, a woman can have more respect for a guy after a relationship. Not every one, of course. But, I think a woman can definitely, what would you say, not be friends with your ex, but they'd have a lunch. A woman would go to lunch more than a guy would. So, if that's the case, well then, why did this girl get upset? But again, you can't speak for every woman. So, I think I'm speaking for a lot of men here, not every man. It's, first of all, it's disrespectful. You're thinking, number 2, oh my God, she doesn't like me, she likes him. Right? Because most guys out there would not go for lunch with their ex. I can tell you that. They would not fucking do it. Now, I just think it's if there's any ladies or men out there that have done this, you are burying yourself one big fucking hole. And even if you don't want to tell your new girlfriend, first of all, don't you think that's a bad sign that you're hiding, you're holding back, you're not telling your girlfriend that you went on a date with some, you went on a lunch with your ex? Don't you think you're getting into a weird territory here? And why do you want to be around them? Number 1, like I said, I'm just going to remind you guys before I go here. It's going to be just a quick, short podcast today. Number 1, if they dump you, you're feeling it, right? You might want them back. But in the back of your head, your ego's been hurt, and there's a really good chance that you want to get back with the person, yes, but almost get back at them because they hurt you and you've been longing for them for a while. Now, they might know it, but you fucking know it. So in a way, you've trapped yourself in this ego crazy fucking circle and you can't get out of it until you get back with your ex. Now, number 2, if you dump the person and you're feeling guilty about that, right? If you're feeling guilty, you know, oh, look, I know my ex-girlfriend and she still likes me, and you know, do you want to go for a bit of lunch? And you're doing it to make them feel better. Bull fucking shit. You're doing it to make them feel better. Own up to yourself. You're doing it to make you feel better. You know, like, come on, guys. Like, you're doing it to make you feel better. You know? It's just a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope. You don't want to be doing it. I would plead with anyone out there, don't do it. It's not good for anyone. It is not good for you, and it is not good for your girlfriend at the moment. And even if you don't tell her and you get away with it, right? You're still going to have it in the back of your mind that, oh, Jesus, you know, I wonder, will she ever find out? Will she ever bump into her with it? You're not going to feel at ease. There is no road here that you win. Nothing. Because even if you were meant to be, well, first of all, you wouldn't have broken up. Unless somebody got in the middle of something and they made up bullshit and it was justifiable that your ex believed these things or whatever it was, and then you cleared it up. But first of all, you wouldn't have moved on with anybody else anyway. You're not meant to be. You know? Like, I remember I had an ex-girlfriend there. She wasn't from Ireland. She was going to these English classes. She wanted to improve a bit of her grammar, English and all that. So I met her one day and she was in a bar. I was like, oh, so where are you, honey? Oh, I'm up in this bar in Cork. And I got there and I was like, well, Jesus, okay. She never told me she was in town or whatever. And she's out having a drink with her English teacher, a guy. Now, she doesn't know this guy, just as teaching. Now, why the fuck is she out having a drink with him? Right? Now, that's a different scenario, completely different scenario. But you know what? I'm just saying is that maybe the guy was gay. Maybe he has no interest in her. But why are they going out together? Why didn't she contact me? Why didn't she contact one of her other friends for a drink? Why are you going out with the teacher? Right? Like, how do you get that friendly with a fucking teacher? And why is a teacher hanging out with them? So, like, guys, even just that alone, that's bad. And that's not as bad as going for a drink with your fucking ex. You know? Guys, it's a recipe for disaster. You're not going to win. There is no winning in this. You can bullshit yourself all you want, but you're not going to gain anything by this. Except you might get your ex back, dump the new one, and hey, bitterness will come up because you got dumped in the past. Or you're feeling guilty and that's why your girlfriend or boyfriend dumped you. Right? And you've convinced yourself that it's all your fault. But guess what? If you get caught on that trap, you're going to probably stay in that trap for the rest of the relationship until the day you ever die or you break up again. You know? So, yeah, guys, look, this was a short podcast. I hope if anybody's out there, you know, I would hate that if you do this, don't do it for your own sake. Not for me. Forget about me. For your own sake. Going out with your ex is not a good fucking idea. It's not even a good idea when you're not going out with anybody else. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think we've all been there where you meet up with your ex once or twice afterwards and, you know, okay, you don't have a new boyfriend or girlfriend, but you just end up meeting them anyway, right? And then guess what happens? Your friends go tell you, oh, Jesus, you didn't, did you? Oh, God, man. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're like, I know. Look, I just missed her, man, you know. You know, look, we've all been there. You know, I get it. But to have then the next... So, like, if your friends are killing you and you're killing yourself about meeting up with your ex and you've got a new girlfriend, isn't that like 100 times worse? At least you're single if you hook up with your ex-girlfriend again or boyfriend. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for listening, and I will see you again.